Before we begin, grab any yoga props you would like to use, a block, a strap, or a towel. During the practice, I lead through the breath. I'll tell you when to inhale and exhale, but be mindful to follow your own breath. If you're not feeling a vinyasa, skip it. Instead, stay in down dog or child's pose. As a reminder, child's pose is always there for you. Move into it whenever you need a break. Please take this moment to click to subscribe to my channel and ring that little bell. Awesome. Now that that's done, let's begin our practice.
We'll come into child's pose from here. Sit bones shift back towards the heels. Let your forehead come down to the mat or as close as it can come. If you need a little support for your forehead, you can use your hands underneath or a block. Two options for your legs in this posture. You can keep them underneath your ribs parallel, or if it's more comfortable for your body, you can open the knees up to the width of the mat. If you open the knees and the big toes touch underneath you. Just as a reminder, this is your resting posture. At any time during practice, should you need or want it, it is there for you. If you do decide to come into child's pose, you can stay as long as you need and rejoin the practice when you feel ready. On your next inhale, lift the eyes up towards the fingers and shift up into tabletop. Exhale where you need. Bring your knees right underneath your hips. Toes track behind. So you should have maybe about a fist width or two between the knees. Wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Fingers spread and press the fingertips down into the mat. Moving through cow and cat for a few cycles of breath. On your inhale, arch the spine coming into cow. Let the shoulder blades roll down your spine. Exhale, scoop the belly, curve, coming into cat. Inhale, arching into cow. Exhale, curl into cat. One more time, just like this. Inhale, arching the spine. And exhale, curling into cat. On your next inhale, coming into cow, tuck the toes underneath you. So you have a little support there with the feet. Exhale, move into cat. At the bottom of your exhale, engage the abdominals so much that the knees float up off the mat. On your inhale, gently lower them back down and come into cow, arching the spine. Exhale, curling into cat. Again, at the bottom of the exhale, lifting the knees, maybe a little bit higher than before. On your inhale, lower the knees, arch the spine. Exhale, curling into your cat. Same thing. Maybe lifting a little bit higher. We're inching our way towards our downward facing dog. Engaging the core at the same time. Inhale, coming to cow. Exhale, curling into cat. Lifting a little bit higher. Lowering down. The movement will get a little bit quicker. There's more to do in less time. Inhale, arching. Exhale, curling the spine. Floating the hips upward. One more time, inhaling through cow. Exhale, curl to cat, and press all the way back to your downward facing dog, shifting your heart towards your thighs, weight into the feet. Feel free to pedal through the legs right away if you wish. Shoulders are relaxed, fingertips still pressing down into the mat. If you are pedaling through the feet, just give it one more each side, and then come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the eyes towards the fingers, shift forward towards your plank. Exhale where you need. You can adjust your hands and feet as you need. Keeping the hands and feet solid where they are. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. It's probably a little wider than what you had a moment ago. Inhale, lift the eyes, shift forward to plank. Try to keep the plank light so the abdominals are lifted. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Two more times. Inhale, shifting forward to plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog and walk your hands back to your feet. Uttanasana at the back of the mat. You can bend the knees here and move into ragdoll. We'll let our torsos dangle here for a bit. You can let the palms flip up Or if it's more comfortable, hold on to the elbows. Let your head dangle between the arms. If you'd like a little movement here, feel free to shift your weight gently from one foot to the other. Very small movements. But make the movement in your legs, not from your back. You can also take baby bounces with the legs here. This helps to release the spine even more. But again, take it from the legs. Let the knees do the bending. Let your back just go along for the ride. If you are doing the slight movements, gradually come back to your stillness. Let your arms release down. On your next inhale, lifting halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Engage the abdominals, shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bending the knees if your legs or back need it. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. One more time. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold, hands down to the mat. Walk it forward to your plank. Take an inhale in plank. Then exhale, move through your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga if you wish. Inhale, slide the heart through, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, press back, Downward Facing Dog. Feel free to walk the toes a little closer to your wrists. This helps to relieve some of the pressure off the shoulders. Your heels do not have to touch the mat. If they're hovering, that is 100% fine. On your next inhale, lift the eyes towards the fingers. Step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Press through the legs. Sweep the arms up, coming all the way up to vertical. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Taking a few breaths here with the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Engage the abdominals. Pull them up and in. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, palms together, bring them to your heart. Taking a half sun salutation, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Let your head drop at the bottom. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, press through the legs, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And we'll take that one more time through. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, pressing through those legs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Making it now full sun salutation. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, hands press down, step or float the feet back to your plank. A little bit of space between the heels. On your exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. On your next inhale, the right leg comes up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, rotate the hips open. Getting a nice twist for the lower body and stretching out that standing leg even more. Feel free to roll the top foot around. If you'd like to take circles or squeeze the toes, flex and point, whatever makes sense for that foot or ankle for you. On your next inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hips. Exhale, step it to Downward Facing Dog. Moving to the other side, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, rotate the hips open. Same options on this ankle. Make sure that top knee is bent, heel is falling towards your sit bones. Roll the foot around, squeeze the toes. On your next inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Take one full breath here. Inhale, lift the eyes to the fingers, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, press through the legs, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down to the mat, step back to plank and move through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Just be mindful that your head doesn't drop down first. Keep the neck in line with the rest of your spine. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes in towards the chest, shift it forward and step the foot through. If you need to use your hand to help it all the way through, then please do. Right knee over the ankle. Exhale, lower the back knee, low lunge. Just take a moment to let the hips open up. Back toe can stay tucked or not, it's your choice. Inhale, walk the hands up to the thigh. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Nice light touch with the hands. Try not to force the upper body to work too much. We're looking for the opening in the hip. You might feel this in the upper hamstring. One more breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Your choice, either vinyasa or press back to downward facing dog. If you choose down dog, just do the breath that is associated with the vinyasa. On your next inhale, the left leg comes up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knees, step it through. We'll come into high lunge and then low lunge. Help the foot through if it needs it. Gently lowering down the back knee. On your inhale, walk the hands up to your thigh. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Back foot can do what it wants. Sometimes they say tucking the back toe targets the psoas muscle a little more, if you know what that muscle is in the hip flexor. So you can experiment with that, see if you feel it or not. What also engages the psoas is squeezing that side of your cheek. So if you engage the glute muscle, you may feel more stretch in that psoas. Little baby tricks in there. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank, vinyasa, or downward facing dog. Staying here for about 2 breaths, letting your body settle in. On your next inhale, lift the eyes to the fingers, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, pressing through the legs, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down to the mat, step it back, or hop it back, moving through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes into the chest, step it through. We'll come to warrior one this time. Back heel flips down and in, so the whole foot is rooted down. Inhale, walk or sweep the arms up by the ears. Exhale, release the shoulders. You're just going to stay here for a little static energy. Keep the front body engaged, so be careful that the front ribs aren't splaying open. Use those upper abdominals to close. Then scoop the belly button up and underneath that. From here, tapping our weight forward into warrior three, a balance onto the right foot. You can bring your hands to your heart. Shift your weight first, tapping the back foot. Once you gain your balance, then let the back leg float upwards. Once you're there, arms can go into whichever position you like the most. And then drop the left hip. This will cause the standing leg to fire off more. You may feel more sensation. You may get more wobbling. Just keep breathing. On your exhale, step it halfway back on your mat. So the back leg is still outwardly rotated. You have about 1 meter of space between your heels. Hands come behind, wrists, forearms are reverse prayer, moving into Parsvottanasana. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll down. Nice stretch through the back of the leg, the hamstring, the calf. You may feel this in your lower back. Keep the lower belly engaged, scooping it up and in. Shoulder blades are pulling together behind you. This helps to open the chest even though you're folding forward. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat, coming into standing split. Fingertips can come to a block or to the mat. Float the back leg up, nose comes towards the knee. Now you can keep the standing leg bent. There is no need to force the knee straight. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bend your standing leg deeply. Reach those left toes back and shift gently into your high lunge. Coming onto fingertips, lift the heart. One more full inhale. Exhale, hands plant down to the mat. Step it back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh toes into the chest. Step it through. We'll come into warrior one on the second side. Back heel rotates down and in. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Left knee is tracking over the middle of the foot. Both feet are fully connected to the mat, so make sure the heel is down and in the back foot. Yeah, now I'm repeating myself. Back foot, back foot. Staying here for a few breaths. Start to engage the front body, if it's not already. Tapping our way into our warrior three. Hands can come to the heart for the transition if you wish. You can leave them extended as well. Start to shift your weight into the left foot, tapping the back foot as much as you need. When you're ready, extend or lift the back leg. Strong energy in that leg that's floating. Imagine that you're standing on that leg as well. Energize the foot, the toes, the space between your toes. As crazy as that sounds. And drop your right hip. The wobbles are normal. All that is your ankle and foot trying to stabilize, but it's strengthening at the same time. On your exhale, step halfway back on your mat. Coming up to vertical, bring your hands behind. Parsvottanasana, wrists, forearms, or reverse prayer. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll down over the front leg. Keep those shoulder blades squeezing together. Lower belly pulls up and in. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands, moving into standing split. Fingertips come down to the block or the mat. Once the weight is shifted, let the back leg float upwards. Nose comes closer to the standing leg. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bend your standing leg deeply. Reach the right toes back, coming into your high lunge. Make sure that front foot stays solid, both heels and toes down. Inhale, lift the heart, bringing yourself onto your fingertips. Strengthening the hands and the muscles in the fingers. One more inhale. Exhale, hands flatten out. Step back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose, your choice. Honor your energy. If your body's telling you to rest a little bit, listen to it. If your body's telling you you have enough energy for down dog, listen to it. Let your head relax. If you need to shake it yes, no, or do little figure eights, feel free to release that out. Staying for 2 more breaths. preparing to move on. On your inhale, lift the eyes towards the fingers. Step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, pressing through the legs, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. So we'll move into chair pose from here. I like to do chair pose with the inner edges of the feet touching. Some people prefer to do it in a parallel position. I'll leave this up to you, but be mindful that the knees stay over the middle of the feet and that they don't kiss and collapse inwards. On your inhale, let's move into chair pose. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. On the exhale, bring your hands to your heart, scoop the belly in, shift your weight into the heels. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Maybe go a little bit deeper into those legs. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Legs straighten, head drops. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, hands down, step or float back to your plank. Moving through your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes into the chest, step it through. We'll come into warrior one again. We're going through the same sequence. Inhaling, sweeping up, but maybe moving a little bit faster. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Staying for less breaths this time, getting a little bit more of a flow. On your exhale, shift it forward, coming into your warrior three. See if you can drop that left hip. Inhale, rising up, step it back halfway on your mat. Exhale where you need, hands come behind. Wrist, forearms, reverse prayer. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll it down, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands down in front of you, coming into standing split. Inhale, lift the head. Do your best to control the descent here, bending your standing knee, reaching the left toes back. Nice light connection. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release the hands down, step back to plank, move through your vinyasa, or just stay in down dog, your choice. Moving on to the left side, inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee. Coming into your chest, step it through, warrior one, back heel rotates down and in. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, release the shoulders, softening that front knee right over the center of the foot. Moving now into your warrior three. Weight comes into the left foot, tap the back as you need. Float that back leg up. Right hip sinks down towards the mat. Gently float it back, halfway on your mat, Parsvottanasana. Hands come behind, wrists, forearms are reverse prayer. Roll the shoulders, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, rolling down. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the fingertips down, coming into your standing split. Back leg floats up once you catch your balance. Nose towards the standing leg. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, soften the standing knee, reaching those right toes back, high lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, flatten out the hands, step back, move through your vinyasa. Staying here for a few breaths. If you'd like to lower to child's pose, feel free. We're going to move through that flow one more time, but hopefully doing it with one breath per movement, so it moves a little bit quicker. That doesn't mean your breath has to be faster. It just means the movement will be a little bit faster. So if your pace is not with me, don't worry about it. Follow your own breath pattern. That's more important than anything else. So if you're ready to move on, come into your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh to the chest, step it through. We'll come into warrior one. Back heel rotates down and in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the shoulders. Take your inhale. Exhale, warrior three, shifting forward. Once you get there, one full breath. Then gently step it back halfway on the mat. Hands come behind. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the chin, rolling down. One full breath. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, shift forward, standing split. Fingertips come down, back leg floats up. Inhale, lift the head, soften the knee. Exhale, reach it back, high lunge. One full breath, lifting the heart. On your exhale, flatten out the hands, step back to plank, either vinyasa or downward facing dog, your choice. Moving on to the left side, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, thigh to the chest, step it through, warrior one. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, release the shoulders down, stay for one breath. On your next breath, shifting forward to warrior three. Stay for one full breath. Gently lower down the back foot for Parsvottanasana. Hands come behind, wrists, forearms, reverse prayer. Inhale, shoulders back, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold forward. One full breath. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands down, standing split. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, reach it back. High lunge, nice gentle touch with the back foot. Inhale, lift the heart, staying for a breath. Plant the hands down, step back to plank, and move through your vinyasa. Resting back either in down dog or child's pose. Take one more nice deep breath. If you're ready to move on, come into your down dog if you're not there already. Now this is going to be a little bit different. Those of you who've taken my class before, I'm going to play with something new today. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes into the chest. Bring it right to the center so you're hovering in plank, and then gently lower your knee down to the mat so there's weight on it. From here, rotate to the long edge of your mat. Bring that right foot to the long edge. So now you're facing the restaurant. Arms out to your side. Left foot is flat, coming into gate pose. Inhale, lifting up through the waist. Exhale, side bend to your left. Let the shoulders relax, the neck is long. Light pressure with the left hand. Be mindful that you're not putting your hand on the knee itself, above or below it. Inhale, come up through vertical, moving into a very modified side plank. Right hand comes down under the shoulder. Let the left leg float up. Left hand points up towards the ceiling. Now you can stay here, or if you want to, you can reach back for the foot. Coming into a Chapasana, pressing the hips forward, giving an arch to the back. If you can't quite reach the foot, it's fine. You can stay long. From here, extending back into that modified side plank. Let the left foot come back down to the mat. Flat foot, so move your leg how you need to. See if you can come up into side plank, extending the right leg, maybe floating it in the air. Yeehaw. Place both feet down, both hands down to the mat. Come into your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up one more time. Exhale, thigh comes into the chest. Step it through. We'll come into warrior two. Back heel rotates down and in. Inhale, rise and up. Exhale where you need to. Right knee tracks over the toes. Inhale, rotate the right palm. Exhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Keep the legs nice and rooted and deep, so let your hips drop. And let the torso counterbalance that, lifting it up and pouring it back. Inhale, come up through warrior two. You have two options here. You can come into extended side angle, or if you prefer a balance, you can come into Ardha Chandrasana. You can use a block under the fingers. Either option is fine. It still activates the side body. One is a little stretchier, more grounded. One challenges the core a little bit more. That's what it's about, practice. Just keep breathing. If you're in the balance, gently come back down to both feet. Inhale, coming up into warrior two. Exhale, the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior variation. So the shoulder will come into the inner thigh. Let the head lower towards the ankle or the front corner of your mat, whatever makes more sense. And let the arms float over for a stretch. There is just as much energy shooting through that back leg as there is in the front leg. So make sure you're pressing through that foot and leg. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bring your hands to the inside of that front foot. Flip up the back heel. And then walk the right foot to the outer edge of your mat. So you're wide from right to left. Gently lower down the back knee, coming into lizard pose. Outwardly rotate the front thigh. Bring the foot with you. I'll flip so that you can see. So I teach this pose with a flat foot, knee pointing over the center of the foot. There are other people that I think probably the real lizard is a flexed foot coming onto the pinky edge of the foot. However, I don't teach it that way because I find that people stretch out the outer part of their ankle a little too much and it creates instability. But if you've practiced that for a long time and you're comfortable with it, your ankles are good, you can do that. I'm not telling you not to, just explaining why I choose to do it the other way. Now that your hips are screaming, keep breathing in. If you'd like to fold forward, you can bring yourself down onto a block or onto the mats. Sometimes only one elbow reaches the mat. If that's the case for you, then use a block under the other one. Two more full breaths. On your next inhale, lift the head coming up onto the hands. Exhale where you need to. Tuck the back toe, lift up into your high lunge. Square off the front leg, weight comes into the left hand. Inhale the opposite arm up. Exhale, twist and open the chest. Let that arm fall behind you. Strong legs pressing the back heel towards the back wall. On your inhale, bring the arm back down to the mat. Step it back to plank. And move through your Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving on to our left side. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, thigh comes into your chest. Shift forward to plank. And then gently lower down the left knee. Rotate your facing so you're now facing the jungle. Back is to the restaurant. Swinging the left foot to the other edge. Inhale the arms out to your side to a T. Exhale, gate pose. Right hand comes to the right leg. Other hand floats up and over. Be mindful here not to let your ear drop to your shoulder. Keep the neck long. Give a slight rotation so that the heart is lifting towards the ceiling. You may feel a little bit deeper of a stretch that way. Inhaling, coming up through center. Exhale, modified side plank. Left hand comes below the shoulder. Let the right leg float up. Now your option is to stay here, or if you'd like to bend that back leg, reaching for the foot, coming into a Chakasana, you're welcome to. Pressing the hips forward. Gently releasing the hand and the foot. Reconnect your right foot to the mat so that it's flat. Bring weight into that foot and move into your side plank, floating the left foot to the right. On your exhale, come back to your regular plank, and then downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh to the chest, step it through, warrior two. Back heel rotates down and in. Inhale as you rise. Hips and shoulders are still facing the side edge of your mat. Left knee tracks over the center of the foot. Inhale the left palm up to the ceiling. Exhale, up and back, reverse warrior. Keep your legs grounded. Hips are strongly pressing down, but the waist is lifting up and back. Inhaling, coming through warrior two. Exhale, two options. You can come to extended side angle, or if you'd rather Ardha Chandrasana, coming into half moon balance, you're welcome to do that. Focusing on your side body. Now be mindful, we feel the stretch on the upper side, the one that's facing the ceiling, but there should still be some attention to that other side. Be mindful that it's not collapsing onto the thigh, that the abdominals are engaged. And relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take one more breath wherever you are. And bring yourself back into your warrior two. Bring the hands behind the back, interlace with the opposite thumb on top. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Humble warrior variation. Shoulder comes to the inner thigh. Head lowers towards the ankle or towards the corner of your mat, whatever makes more sense to you. Arms come over for a stretch. Eyes are open, nice steady breath. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, hands come down to the inside of the front foot. Flip up the back heel for high lunge. Then walk the left foot to the left edge of your mat. Coming into lizard pose, gently lower down the back knee. Outwardly rotate the front thigh. Let the knee, ankle, and toes follow. Feel free to stay upright for as long as you'd like. We will be here for a little while. Whenever you're ready to fold forward, please do. Since we are here for a long time, just be mindful of your breath. Support your head as you need. So if you need to bring your hands to your head in some fashion, then please do. If you'd rather extend the spine long and activate the neck, you're welcome to do that as well. Taking 2 more breaths. head, come up onto your hands. Exhale where you need, tuck the back toe, lifting up to high lunge and square off that front leg so it's in parallel. Weight into the right arm. Other arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, twist, let the arm fall behind you. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Exhale, step back to plank and move through your vinyasa on your own time with your own breath pattern. There is no rush to get through. Make your way into child's pose. Now you can take your arms back by your heels if that's more comfortable for you. You can bring your hands underneath your head. Whatever makes sense, whatever feels good. You can try things to know what works best if you're unsure. Allow your body to absorb all the fun things we just did with it. Check in with your breath, feel your heartbeat. Take one more nice, deep, juicy breath. You can let it out of your mouth if you'd like. Gently press yourself into your downward facing dog. Coming forward now into a seated position. If you'd like to vinyasa to get there, you can. If you want to just walk or crawl or hop or fly there, you're welcome to do that. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine. Scoop the belly. As you exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Holding on to the ankles, the shins, whatever you can reach. With each exhale, allow yourself to melt, to let go, and let the stretch happen. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw relax, your face relax. If you need a deep breath, take it. On your next inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release the stretch. And I'll be your mirror image for this next pose. Take your right foot and bring it into your inner thigh for Jahn. If you have tight hips and your leg is kind of floating up in the air, you can take a block and slide it underneath for a little extra support. And you can do it wherever you need it, along the thigh bone. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, micro twist so that the sternum or the breastbone is lined up with your thigh. Then as you exhale even more, fold forward. Trying to keep the shoulders parallel to the ground. One way to know if that is happening is your hand position. If one hand is further down your leg than the other, guaranteed your shoulders are not square. So try to keep the hands side by side, no matter what you're holding on to. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release. Leaving the legs here, taking our side variation. Let your torso turn so that it's facing the bent leg. Left hand comes down to the left shin bone. Right hand can stay on the thigh. Sit up nice and tall and feel as if you're sitting against a wall. So sometimes that means you need to lean back a little bit. As you exhale, side bend. Let your left fingertips slide down towards the same side ankle. Keep the neck long. Keep the armpits stacked, just as we did in those standing poses. And again, be mindful that the ear doesn't collapse towards your shoulder. Keep the neck long. If you'd like to intensify this, then the right arm can come up and over your head. The full expression of this pose is to bring the fingers to the toes, but there's not many human beings I know that can do that. If you can, I'm in awe. I love it. Oh, it's good. comes off the ground a little bit, it's fine. I've been working on this pose for years, and my body still won't let me touch my toes. It's all good. We work with what we've got. Take one more nice deep breath. If the arm is extended, gently bring that back first. Then inhale, bring the spine up to vertical. Exhale where you need. There are instances where the lower back says, hi, here I am. Thanks for that stretch, and it talks to you for a little while. If that's happening to you, just wait till it settles, and then you can move your legs. So taking our Jahn on the other side. Left foot comes into the inner thigh. We'll take the forward fold first. Inhaling, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Breastbone to the thigh. And then fold forward, walking the hands down, keeping the shoulders square. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release. Coming into our side variation, turn your torso to face the bent knee. Right hand comes to the right shin bone, left hand to the left thigh. Sit up tall first. Feel the imaginary wall behind you. And then exhale, side bend, sliding the fingers towards your ankle. Keeping the neck long and away from your shoulders. Intensifying if you would like. Sweeping the left arm overhead. Take one more full breath. If the arm is extended, bring that back first. Then inhale, lengthen the spine to vertical. Exhaling where you need. When your body feels ready, extend the legs out. Give them a little shake, a little rock and pop. Feet come flat onto the mat. We're going to scooch forward. You want enough space behind you so that when you lay down, your head lands on your mats and not on the cement. And we're rolling down through the spine. You can use your hands for support if you'd like. Once your head touches down, walk your heels a little closer to your sit bones. Feet are slightly separated, so don't let them come in contact. Arms are lengthening by your sides, palms pressed down. Moving into bridge pose from here. On your inhale, tuck the pelvis, roll up onto your shoulders. Once you're up on your shoulders, tuck the shoulder blades underneath. You have to rock your weight a little bit from side to side. Interlace the fingers. Press the arms down into the mat. If your fingers don't reach each other, it's fine. Just press the hands down into the mat. All 10 toes, your heels, and outer edges of the feet are actively pressing down. To deepen this, try to shift your chest towards your chin. On your exhale, release the hands, untuck the shoulders, roll down through the spine. We'll go through one more round of this. If you'd like to take Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose instead, you're welcome to do that. I will talk through bridge for those who don't want wheel. So, on your inhale, go ahead and tuck the pelvis, rolling up through the spine onto your shoulders. Once you're up there, tuck the shoulder blades underneath, interlace the fingers. Press the arms down into the mat. Chest moves forward towards the chin, or if you're in full wheel, try to shift your weight to the back wall. On your exhale, release the hands, untuck the shoulders, gently roll down through the spine. Once you're down, hug the knees in towards your chest. Give a gentle rock from side to side. So we'll move into a restorative variation of shoulder stand. If you prefer to do full shoulder stand, by all means move into it. But I'm going to talk through the restorative one. So grab your block. Keep your feet flat onto the mat. Once you have your block in hand, press through the feet, tuck the pelvis, and roll up. But this time, keep the shoulders broad, keep them long. Take the block, slide it underneath your pelvis. So you can go low level, or if you want a little more height, medium level. Make sure that the block is above your tail, but below your lower back. So it's right along the flat portion of your pelvis. Let your hips rest down onto the block. And from there, float the legs one at a time up into the air. Now, if you feel the block move and slide out from underneath you, that usually means that you're lifting your hips too much or that the placement isn't quite right. So you can adjust it as you need to. And once you're up there, it doesn't matter what the legs look like. They can be bent, they can be straight, they can be outwardly rotated, parallel, feet flexed, feet pointed. You can play with your feet. It doesn't matter. As long as your legs are up in the air, you're good. Now, if you have played with the block and you don't want the block, and you go up into full shoulder stand, make sure you move the block out from underneath you, so that when you descend, you don't roll onto the block. Take a few more breaths with the legs in the air. I will talk through both ways of descent. If you're in full shoulder stand, let your toes gently lower over the head towards plow pose. Then release the hands down to the mat and gently roll down through the spine. If you're on the block, feet come down flat, so you come back into your bridge. Then lift the hips off the block, remove the block, and roll down. Once you're down, if you know fish pose and you'd like to go into fish, you're welcome to. Otherwise, just hug the knees in towards the chest. Happy baby is also an option if you want to get a little bit more opening in the inner thighs. So wherever you are, take one more breath. And then bring the knees in towards the chest. Bringing both hands now onto your right shin bone. Extend the left leg long underneath you for wind relieving pose. So the straight leg heel is pressing down into the mat or onto the floor. Getting a nice stretch through the hips. Bring the right arm out to your side to a T. Use the other hand to guide the leg across your body into a spinal twist. It's okay if that top foot or top leg doesn't touch the ground. What we want is the shoulders to stay connected to the mat. So if you'd like to use a block or a prop underneath your leg, you're welcome to do that. On your inhale, bring yourself back up through center, hugging both legs in through the chest. Making your way now to the other side, both hands on the left shin bone, right leg extends long, heel pressing into the mat. Left arm extends out to your side to a T. Use the other hand and guide the leg across your body for a spinal twist. Head rotates away from the leg. Both shoulders stay connected to the mat. On On your inhale, come back up through center. Hug both knees into the chest. Feel free to give a little rock from side to side. On your own time, when you feel ready, extend the legs long underneath you, moving into your Shavasana. Legs are roughly the width of the mat apart. Let them fall to their natural rotation. Arms by your sides, palms flipped upward. Eyes are closed. Allow your breath to settle back into its own rhythm. And take rest. We'll stay here for 4 or 5 minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to get up. Start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Gently extend the arms up by your ears and give yourself a nice long stretch. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Roll onto your right side into fetal position. Use your arm as a pillow for your head. Gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes closed and hands pressed at the heart. Take a moment here, check in with your breath, check in with your body. Maybe give
give a moment of gratitude. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you liked the class, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please be sure to click the bell for notifications on new videos. If you know someone who might enjoy my videos, please share it. Also, if you have a request for a specific class, please ask in the comments below. You can also follow me on Instagram at holly.r.jan.yoga. Be well and remember to breathe. See you next time.